Hello, let's see if somebody is here today to see the session. This little session, which is mostly just a little talk today, okay? I'm not here to teach anything. I'm here to share with you some information about music tree teacher training course that is actually called MTTT because it's easier. MTTT. It's quite musical. How are you? All good? Okay, so let's start. MTTT is the dream that was born in 2020, actually 2019, by the collaboration with Marco Pagliarulo from Educarte, which is an association in Italy. I was invited to a festival. I was invited in the FIGM Festival, International Festival of Gioco e Musica. Okay, so it's a festival that takes place in South America, but it takes place also in Italy and other parts, I think, of the world. And I was one of the teachers of this festival. And at the end of it, I had this lovely chat with Marco, and we were speaking about, short workshops of a weekend, very, very brief meeting and courses. And I was like, I am done with this type of courses. I want to do more. I want to really teach people how to learn, how to teach music, how to guide their students into music. I am done with the weekend courses because at that point I had already done, I don't know how many years of training of teachers in weekends. And I was very bored because I would meet teachers that were very interested and then they would start using things around, they would use some of my activities and then they would call me again telling me like, when is your next course? I need to do more. And all the time I was like, yeah, but even if you come to my next course is going to probably give you the same amount of information because it's always 10 hours, 12 hours of courses. So with Marco, in 2019, we started speaking about creating music tree training course that is a proper training course. And then, of course, the pandemic arrived. And I was like, what? I have already contacted all the teachers. I really want to do this. It's going to be a life-changing course. And the pandemic arrived. So back to square one. Started again with online courses, which was an amazing world, by the way, because, of course, I managed to connect with people from all over the world. And now Music Tree is really something that is circulating around between teachers. It's still a new philosophy, it's still a new approach, but I know of people that are studying with me because someone else told them. So it's a new thing for me as well. But the online really, really helped me to open more a music tree and get to know so many people around the world. So finally, 2024 is the year. Last year, I did the first module of what it is now, the training course. I did it in Italy. I met 17 wonderful teachers that were so in tune with my type of work that it was just a wonderful little retreat where we went through a lot of theories, a lot of games, lots of activities, but also we had space for ourselves because I used a lot of Musica do Circolo's games. And at the end of the 3 days, people were like, this is too short. You need to do something longer. In 3 days, we now want to study more. We want to learn more. So I said, okay, next year is going to happen. And so, July 2024, we are having the first module, the first retreat of the first module of the Music Tree teacher training. Okay, now let's go a bit deeper in what it is, this course. This is a course that will give you a lot of theories because we will speak about important methodologies and pedagogies that are at the base of Music Tree. connected with circular music, so a part of the work with musica do circolo, and then my experience in body percussion, body music, and music therapy, because I'm a music therapist as well. So in these retreats, in this course, we will meet 3 times in person. And in these 3 retreats, we will go very deep into the experiential part, okay? So together with me, there will be Pedro Consorci from Brazil, which is gonna teach and guide you basically through the musica do circolo method that they use for circular music and human connection in Brazil. But he will also work on emotional intelligence, assertive communication, empathy. So he will open a space for people to start thinking about themselves, their own needs, recognizing the whole movement that we have inside, to also understand better who is in front of us. Okay, so Pedro Consorci will be with us in every retreat of our course. Okay, so in July, in February 2025, and then in July-August 2025. Okay. In these retreats, I will do all the pedagogical part of the courses of Music Tree, so to teach babies and toddlers, older kids, and then body percussion and formal instruction, all based on MLT, circular music and music therapy, to teach basically babies to adults fundamentally, because when you teach teenagers, you can also teach adults. And also with me and Pedro, there will be Antonio Vulpio in the first 2 retreats. Antonio Vulpio is a wonderful actor and improviser that will work on deep listening. So he will work on the abilities that we need to have as teachers to observe a group, understand what's going on, take information from the group to create new activities, to create new experiences for the children, okay? Because the philosophy at the base of Music Tree approach is the observation of a group and the flexibility and the cooperation between basically teacher and students, okay? So there are lots of activities, there is a lot of planning and a lot of study, but fundamentally all of that happens before. And then when you enter your class, you are completely tuned with the group that you have in front of you, and you can deliver the best session possible for that specific group based on what you are observing. Okay, so that means that we have to practice these listening and observation skills. Okay, I have done it myself in life by learning through music therapy, because that's also the base of music therapy. And then I've done improvisational theater, and I've learned so much about that. And that's why Antonio will be with us, guiding us through this type of path. And then, of course, musica do circolo and all the music, circle music that is also based on observation and creating a flow when you're listening to your group, when you're observing it. So this is, and Gordon, of course, the Gordon music learning theory is based on that. So this 4 types of fields connected together create the Music Tree approach. In the last retreat, so in the first 3 retreat, it will be me, Pedro, and Antonio. Me, Pedro, and Antonio. And in the 3rd retreat, it will be me, Pedro, and Mauro Faccioli. Mauro Faccioli is an Italian community music facilitator that works with drum circle, body percussion, improv theater. He is also a music therapist and a group facilitator. So he will really work on cooperative games and he will basically help us to understand how to facilitate groups in a very theoretical way as well, and in a practical way. So this is a quartet of teachers that you will meet, and the importance for me was to have a short, not a huge number of teachers in these modules and in this training, because each of them has so much to give you guys that I wanted them to come back so you could really learn better from them, okay? I have met, for example, Musica do Circolo so many times. I have done so many workshops with them before feeling confident that I understood what was happening in their sessions, okay, for example. I have experienced improvisational theater for many years. I have done courses and watched things happening, shows and performances happening before feeling like, okay, I think I have a vibe of what improv theater is. So I really want you to have this type of experience if you come to the retreat. I want you to try things on your skin. Okay, and also I have a lot of activities for children that I need to show you, and they need a lot of time because we have to experience them, think about what's behind each activity, understand why we do a specific thing and not another. I want you to try to start creating your own things, your own games. So we need time together, okay? We need time to think and we need time to practice. And that's why we cannot have too many teachers. We have the best teachers for the hours that you need to have with them so you can go deeper. In between these retreats, okay, so again, end of July 2024, February 2025, and end of July 2025, we still meet, but we do a type of work that is different, okay? So the whole international course is based on 3 retreats and 2 online modules that develop in 5 online sessions in 3 months, okay? 3-4 months, depending on where we do the courses. Online, you will meet me again to work specifically on some musical elements like the modes, the meters, and the patterns that are part of Gordon's music learning theory. But we will also work on yourself. So the online modules will be fundamental for me to see you, not for you to see me. Okay? I can give you all the information that I need to give you when we are in the retreat. But then I want you to do the whole hard work. Okay? So this is really a different perspective in the courses that normally you can do the training courses. Because normally you have teachers giving and giving and giving and tend to repeat the same thing, okay? In this course, no, I will have to ask you to record yourself. I will want you to run classes and bring your own experience. So these online sessions with me, apart from the musical aspects, which we will work together, will be organized as supervisions, as group supervisions. So after the first few months, you will send me your videos, you will send me your type of work, and we will work in a group, in a cooperative way, based on the pedagogy of cooperation. We will work on your work, on who you are and how you are leading your own session. This is a life-changing approach for me, and I am very excited about it because we will learn from each other and you will learn from the other participants as well. After this, you will meet online 2 more people, the women of this course. You will meet Flavia Capuano, which is a therapist and psychologist and child psychologist from Rome. She will lead an entire course on the child development, so on the child psychological development. And Flavia is not just a psychologist, but she has also been a therapist working with children with disabilities for many, many, many years in Italy and in London. So that's where we met. She's worked with groups, she's worked with individuals, she's worked with the families. So she will bring a very big, important perspective of what it means to work with children with additional needs and disabilities. And she will focus also on those aspects that are very complicated for the teachers, which are like managing the group, Why do we see this reaction from the child? Why do we have a child that is screaming? What could there be behind that? Why is this child throwing instruments? He seems all good. Why is this child always so oppositive to my proposals? Okay, so she will really guide us to understand behaviors, because she is a behavior analyst as well. Okay, so Flavia will have a very important work to do with us, and she will run it from September until the last retreat. So again, we will see her regularly, and we will have a time to learn really from her. And the last person that you will meet is Marta Noé, which is a very good colleague of mine, very good friend of mine. We've been studying the music learning theory of Gordon together over 10 years ago in Italy, in Milan. And like me, she has developed her music school. Actually, she had two. She had two music schools in Milan. And through the years, she has developed her knowledge in MLT really deeply. And not only that, though, she has also developed her own approach, and she is a master really in a pedagogy to teach instruments from the listening to the reading, through improvisation as well, to kids older than 5. So she will do she will complete basically the part that I will teach in my courses with her own research, with the research of a movable DAW as well. But not only that, this is just one part of the things that she will guide you through. She will also work on business because alongside her work in her schools, little by little, she started understanding and learning better how to run a business in music education. And she's now a business mentor, in person and online. And so through the courses, she will tell us her strategies to build an online brand, to understand how to sell our courses better, to understand how to promote our projects better. So I think this is a very, very additional point to this course that I am very happy about, because Marta is just really, really, she has been very, very important for my work and my business. And I think that in 2024, we really need to understand how to be able to promote our projects and also sell basically our courses to schools, nurseries. We have to understand how to make ourselves important, okay? So these are really the most important thing of his course. If you have any questions, please, you can write something now, or you can post your questions under the live that will be available on my page. But yeah, I am super excited. Mostly I'm excited because I'm going to meet you. Okay, I'm excited because I'm going to see you finally and not just speak online, which has been nice, by the way, okay? But I really want to work. I really want to feel the music. I want to learn the activities together, all that process, which is incredible. I mean, I went to Brazil again. What was that? About a month ago, after Christmas, to live this experience more, okay? It's very important to meet again, to learn from each other, to observe, to synchronize, to sing. So I really hope that you will observe and a bit better how this course will develop, and you can find all the information, of course, in my links. The last thing that I want to say is that this course is going to be in English and in Italian. So both languages are going to be there the whole time. But if it's needed, we also will have the Spanish translation. So in case you're like, no, I don't understand English and I don't understand Italian. Well, if you follow my page, you do understand English, but there will be also Spanish available. So the course will be in English, in Italian, and Spanish if it's needed. Okay? What else? Well, we will meet in a wonderful place in Italy, in the central of Italy, in the province of Viterbo, in a hotel with a swimming pool where we will have all the comforts. And so we will be all together. It will be a proper retreat, not just a course where you go in the morning and then you go to sleep in the night in your own little house. But no, this is like a full immersion. And there will be the possibility to bring your own family if you need. If you have kids, you can bring your partner, your mom, your dad, whoever you prefer, and your child with you. So it's an inclusive proposal. But I really am looking forward to start. As I said, I hope to see you there. Not all of you there, of course. Some of you I already know that will want to participate. Therefore, leave your questions, leave your messages behind. Tell me what you think about this type of training. That's it. Okay? Besos. Ciao, ciao.